Hello, my name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, then welcome to my channel, and today's video is going to be my September 2022 reading wrap-up. This is probably going to be a quick one. I got really busy towards the middle and end of September, which means that I didn't have a lot of time to read. I will be trying to read some of the books that I neglected in my September TBR, in my October TBR, and also TBRs moving forward. And speaking of my October TBR, I will have that video linked down below in the description, along with my spoiler-free reviews and journal with me's that I did for the books that I'm going to be talking about today. But now it is time to talk about all of the books that I did finish. Content warnings for the two books I talk about today will be linked down below in the description, and let's go ahead and get into the wrap-up. And the first book that I finished in the month of September is So This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. This follows our main character after he completes the prophecy of saving the kingdom from its evil ruler, and now he and his companions have no idea what to do with themselves. His best friend convinces him to take the throne until the heir can take his place, until the heir is found dead and he is stuck there. He now needs a spouse before his 18th birthday or he will fade away into nothing. So a little over a year ago now, I had read In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens, and this was a book that I did not love everything about, but just like In Deeper Waters, I have grown to have really good memories of this book. This is one in particular that I feel a very strong sense of comfort with, and I do think that that comes from a combination of just how queer, fun, and adorable this book was. I did have a little bit of trouble with the character growth for our main character, but I also just really loved the characters, including our main character. I said this in my spoiler-free review of this book, but the romance did really feel like the idiots in love fanfiction tag, and then it's also best friends to lovers, and just the combination of those things worked so well for me. This is a story that is very rom-com heavy, to the point where it did feel formulaic at a certain point, but this isn't a book that I want to think too hard about or really even think at all, because it feels like a book that my mind just wants to turn off to and just enjoy. So while I took my complaints about this book into consideration when it comes to my rating, which is a 4.75 out of 5 stars, in my heart, none of those things are a big deal, and I just really enjoyed this book. And the final book that I finished in the month of September is Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. This follows our main character who receives visions of how romances begin and also how they end. As she tries to figure out why these visions exist in the first place, she finds herself at a dance studio learning from a boy who seems like he is everything that she is not. However, as they begin to dance around each other and also toward each other, our main character begins to question everything that her visions have taught her about love and about heartbreak. This book did feel a little bit cheesy to me at times and just kind of hard to get into, but there is a lot about this book that I did get into. My favorite part about this book was probably the friendships and then also the romance, and I think that is because of all of the banter. I really loved all of the banter in this book. And then I also really enjoyed our main character, and I enjoyed following her story and her point of view, and then I also thought the story had some really interesting elements to it, including the visions. It feels like a story that really does have something to say, and I do think that it succeeds in saying what it wants to say, but I would have liked the pacing of the story to be a little bit slower, especially towards the end, just so that message could have hit me a little harder. But I was so excited to pick up this book every time that I went to go do that. And then I also had a lot of trouble putting it down once I was reading, which made this a very quick read, which I always really appreciate. And I am going to be giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. Okay, so that is all I have for today's video. It was a short reading month, but it was a good one. So thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and answer the question that'll be around here if you want to do that. And hopefully I will see you here next time. Bye!